Hey YouTube, welcome to Viking Preparedness. I am Pastor Joe Fox. You can see I'm in a hotel room. I'm traveling again. I'm off to see the wizard. I have been traveling so much since 5 July, and with the exception of a brief little stop that I got to take when my wife and I attended the gathering of the saints in Tennessee. Man, I've just been busy, 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 and it's been affecting my PMA, my positive mental attitude. And for that reason, I've decided to take a little break from this and focus on some things which at this point are a lot more important in my life. Um, and so that's what I want to talk to you about today is PMA. As a survival instructor, and many survival instructors teach the same thing, you have to maintain PMA. You have to maintain a positive mental attitude. When you are in a survival situation, they're typically not fun. People who find themselves in some type of fight for their life, for survival, they're injured. They're cold, they're lost, they're hungry, they're thirsty, whatever. It's usually a bad situation. It's not a vacation. And those people who maintain a positive mental attitude or a positive mental outlook do a lot better than those people who do not. People who should have died in one situation or another live. And when you go back and you look at what accounts for this, for them living under impossible conditions, it always comes back to positive mental attitude, just an inner strength and a way of looking at the world. And then there are other cases where people really should have done just fine, but they give up and they quit. And they just die, or worse, they commit suicide because they think it's hopeless. And so that's a lack of a positive mental attitude. And so if you find yourself in a survival situation, I'm telling you, you need to look on the sunny side of things, look on the bright side of things. And like everything else, this is not something you can just take, stick in your rucksack, and pull out when you need it. This is something you have to practice. This is something you have to do on a daily basis. You have to practice positive mental attitude. Be positive. Is the glass half empty or half full? Whatever. I say it depends if somebody's drinking or filling it. But hey, at least you have a glass, right? At least there's water in it. If you find yourself in a bad situation and you're cold, maybe it's not raining, so you can focus on that. Hey, at least it's not raining. Just be happy and practice these things on a daily basis so that when you need it, it's something that's a natural part of your life. And let's talk about life a little bit. We are in, we're not entering, we're in a very exciting time. We're in a very dangerous time. And you know that. This is not a gloom and doom video. This is a positive video. And so as things progress down this road, as things get worse, dare I say that, you're going to see people freaking out. And you're going to see bad things, but you're also going to see good things. You'll see opportunities. And I just encourage you to try and maintain a positive mental attitude. Try and look at things in a good light, and I could give examples, but I'm not going to right now. But just stay focused. It will make your life happier. Think about the things you think. Think about the things you say, because our words have power. And I'm talking about practicing now a positive mental attitude or a positive mental outlook. But our words do have power. The Most High spoke this entire world into creation. Jesus said, it's not what goes into the mouth that defiles a man, it's what comes out. That has nothing to do with eating pork barbecue, by the way, but that's something else for another time. But your words have power. And I don't mean this in a new agey kind of sense, but you create, maybe some of you new agers will take it for that, because it's a word in my vernacular. You create vibes, right? You create an environment around you when you move through life. And the words you speak matter. Try and use positive words. My son has corrected me. Correct's probably not the right word. Brought it to my attention that many times I use negative words. Now, the reason I do, and I've explained this to him, and he's an adult now, so we can have pretty cool conversations. The The reason I do is because I am a contingency planner by nature. If you look at my very first video, all the way down on the bottom, it's PACE, right? And I think I talked about water, but primary, alternate, contingency, and emergency. So I'm always looking at what could happen wrong that would force us to go to another plan. And then in my mind, that's a overall positive way of thinking, because no matter what happens, I have a plan to deal with that. So when something happens that ruins plan A, I got a plan B, and I'm not worried about it. And so I look at it that way. But he was right in some ways. I do use negative words sometimes. So I'm trying to actually change that, and I'm trying to affect my life and the lives of other people by the words I say. And so I would caution you to watch out what you say. Guard your mind, guard your heart, guard your mouth, guard your lips, and try and say positive things. Remember what your mom said: if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. Yeah, there's a lot of power in what mom said, right? Think about that. Try to affect your environment. Try to affect the environment of other people. More positive people around you is a good thing for you, as opposed to all this negativity that's around you. Now, let's talk about all that stuff that is around you, right? We all make choices in life. Choices have consequences. Choose wisely. Choose who you surround yourself with wisely. Who do you hang out with? What do you hang out with? What kind of environment do you place yourself in? What do you watch on TV? What kind of music do you listen to? What kind of jokes do you tell? You can tell a lot about a man or a woman by the things that they find funny and by the things that make them angry. Think about that. It goes right to the core of who that person is. What do they find funny and what makes them angry? You can tell a lot about a person by the kind of people they hang out with, too, because they choose to associate with people. Even those of you who say, "Oh, Pastor Fox, I have to work in this environment and it's horrible." No, you don't. Not in America, you don't. You can work wherever you want. So think about that. If you are surrounded in a negative, bad environment, change your environment. Take responsibility for yourself and go change it. If you're hanging around negative people, might be time for a change. Might be time to start backing away from those people a little bit and starting to find positive people. All right, so that's PMA, Positive Mental Outlook, in the milk side. Now let's go to some meat. Who you surround yourself with. As these times get more dire, as the end comes, and I say, even so, come Lord Yeshua, come Lord Jesus. I'm bringing it. I say bring it. Positive mental outlook. But as these times come, it's going to be important who you're hanging out with, who you're associating with, who is feeding information into your brain. That psychic energy, man. But there's a lot to that, and choose wisely. Choose your friends wisely. Choose your associates wisely. Choose who you watch on YouTube wisely. What are you watching? Are you filling your brain, your mind with gunk? Or are you filling it with good stuff? I have some good friends. I have some very good friends on YouTube, and you can find them on the, which on your side, I guess, is on this side of the channel, in my subscriptions. I think Pastor Dowell's probably the first one when you go down the list. Check him out. He's a good friend of mine. He's my brother in Yeshua, and he has some good things to say. And he and I talk a lot. Brother Cole Davis from On That Day Ministries, he fills in for me at Round Prairie Community Church when I'm doing stuff like this. Good man, a good godly man, and he and I communicate with each other quite a bit. We sharpen each other's iron. We fill each other's heads with thoughts and words. Zach Bauer, who I think just changed his title, but you can find him in my subscription list. He runs newtotorah.com. Check him out. These are my friends. These are people that I hang out with. These are people I speak with, and these people help my positive mental attitude. I suggest you find similar people, people that you can watch, people that you can talk to, people that you can bounce ideas off of, and let's try and stay positive out there, especially as you see these days approaching. Assemble with people who have the right attitude, and try to affect other people around you. Try to make a difference. Try to make a difference in the lives of other people, and you can do that in a good way by speaking positive things, by taking positive actions. Don't sit around and go, "Oh, woe is me. Everything's so terrible. There's nothing we can do. This is terrible. It's all going to get worse." Come on. Take some positive steps. Do some positive things, and I'll see you out there.